living in a tent instead of paying $1,000 rent might sound like a good idea. YT, you crazy. Some people call it crazy, some people call it freedom. It's a perspective thing. Let's get into it. Family, you already know what to do, and if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well. We got a few different perspectives throughout this video. Some people are living in a tent homeless because they can't afford nowhere to stay. Other people is by choice, because they rather not pay. You gotta do what you gotta do to save. If you happy, I'm happy. Let's check it out. Let's get into it.
Okay, so we're going through stuff to try to see what's needed and stuff go to storage, but like, so ignore the mess, but it's a lot. So you got the dog, and I'll show you the inside of the tent when it's cleaned out. We're filling out job applications on a daily basis. We're calling, we're waiting to hear back from people, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, we are moving. We are trying to make money so that we can get out of this situation. Another thing that I don't think that people realize, and I have mentioned in the comments, is that we do pay for where we are. So we may be in tents, but we do pay to have a safe place. So I know I see some comments talking about it's illegal to be homeless, it's this, it's that. We are paying to play, right? And with that, glory to God, we have access to electric and running water. And maybe I'll do a video if you guys want a video to like show you how it works. I can do a video. I'm really not used to this. I did not expect it to go viral. I don't know what I expected, okay, but it, like I said, it was head spinning.
Gotta pay for where you stay. Clearly she is at a campground. They have clean water, they have electric. To be safe while you live in a tent, that's well money spent. Her circumstance, they're in a rebuilding phase. Trying to get back on their feet, get jobs, so they can probably get a house again. House, apartment, what have you.
A tent finally gave up on us, y'all. Let's put up a new one. Being homeless is no joke. Being homeless in a tent, no joke, y'all. This is real wild. I'm mainly saying this because this is literally, like, we set this up probably like 3 or 4 days ago, and it's already broken, y'all. No, it didn't collapse on the cats. Nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to anything or anybody, y'all. The tent, like, moved over a little bit and ripped a piece of, like, the corner part out, so, like, there's a big-ass hole in the corner.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakah, Quadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the people out here pushing this truth and sincerity. As you see in the title, it says people are becoming homeless, forced to live in tents due to the cost of living. Now, I stopped at this part specifically so you can see that people actually are doing, putting up these tents and actually are, going through these living arrangements. Now, in a place that is called the land of milk and honey, that has now been starved out, basically. Because now everything that brought up this illusion is now a disillusion. So when you go back, I'm going to go back a little bit. Right here, when it says, are we illegally living in tents? The fact that that's a question, because people, like she mentioned, it's illegal to be homeless, which is also stupid. But then they paying for campgrounds, to be able to live in that situation because Esau, he makes money off of it. You want to build a campground, you got to pay for it. Sure, you come with the benefits of food and water, or water and electricity, but you still got to pay for it, which is messed up in itself because the people that are forced to be homeless can't even get that. But it's illegal to become homeless. Ain't that something crazy? I obviously I never even heard nothing like that. I might even look into it a little bit, or is it just might be far fetched, right? So this is Haggai 1:6. I'm gonna make it a quick video. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put in a bag with holes," which means in this society, it was always meant for the society to fall. So we just seen the slow progression of it, that no matter how much you make, you're losing money. So now people gotta, compromise and come up with ideas to be able to still somewhat live comfortably while not paying as much. And now people are resorting to uh living in tents. I did a video where they was living in storage sheds. Some people were actually being forced out and having to figure out where to go. You know, either end up homeless or do the same thing as this. I mean, you can see right here where it says renters are being evicted for unpaid rent, kicked out, and you may wonder why is that. Of course, you got people that try to defend it, but it's because the living arrangements ain't right. We got so accustomed to living like this, you would never thought this would be the day that it happens. But little do we know, and social media doesn't really show it, a lot of people have actually been getting kicked out for years. It's just higher and higher to where people are recording it now. And this is part of the agenda because even the elder mentioned it, and when you go read into it, they were planning on getting rid of a lot of people anyway so they could get these homes and flip it. And eventually probably put some of these uh, fake rats back in some of these communities. Because where I live at, in certain parts of the area, there used to be fake rats all up and down here, but not anymore. You just see us. You just see Jake. But now in one of the part of areas I was talking about, they actually renovating because they got rid of a lot of people. They got rid of some people and then broke down a lot of trees, and they're going to try to start bringing uh, some of these rats back if they even decide to. So that or they just going to keep milking the people, keep milking Jake until they do put the rats back in there. So this is really no surprise about how this happens. So with that, actually, um, there is this part. Actually, let's do. Take this in, and they'll come up with a list of reasons. People have started using tents instead of renting for several reasons. Uh, Cost effective living in tents is more often affordable than traditional housing with lower living costs and reduced utility bills. Because further into that video that I was just showing, um, she was saying that a lot of the stuff they used to pay for, they don't have to exceed into over 600. So they can stop at 600 and still be fine as a monthly cost. Whereas instead of paying 1,000 to 2,000 per rent or mortgage or the list of other things, right? It says freedom and flexibility. Tents allow you for easy relocation and nomadic lifestyle, providing a sense of freedom and connection to nature, which I wouldn't be surprised if this started becoming the new thing as far as people learning how to live outside and, try to do things. Because, I mean, you see it in, like, your apocalyptic movies. People set up settlements, is what they call it. They set up settlements to where they have a ground. Now, some people actually can that will actually set up areas outside, like in the woods, where they don't have to pay for anything. They'll just come out, get what they need, and go back in. So just like in the movies, they had them settlements. So I won't be surprised if this start becoming one of the next things. Maybe not this year, maybe in a couple of years, maybe if depending on how this place goes. It says environmental impact. Tents are generally more eco-friendly as they go along. Of course, you got a list of other things, legal and practice concerns. So yeah, you get a whole list of reasons. People is mostly because money. That's all it boils down to. So, and this is Esau's one of Esau's games with this, right? So this is Habakkuk 2:12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city with iniquity. And this is that place. This is Babylon. He's always been established. Ben established this place with the blood of Issachar, Gad, and Jake, and actually built from there. And you see what it become of this place. This empire has been the epitome of wickedness and iniquity. So with an unrighteous kingdom, you get an unrighteous decree. And with all these unrighteousness that go on, you're going to have a border of wickedness that will crumble, and you're seeing it. Why? Because it was set up to be like that. Because it was never righteous, and whatever's righteous never lasts long. That's like whatever is unrighteous never lasts long. So to go further, it says, "Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the fire?" It's like, yeah, let me read it again. It says, "Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity?" And it's absolutely correct, because the Lord's always in control of this, especially since we went off. Yeah, we're going to. The Lord orchestrated all this, so because we went off, so it only makes sense that we'd be laboring in this place, suffering the most. I'm talking about even before this place collapsed. I'm talking about you used to have a rich class, middle class, and poor class. They took out the middle class, so now you either got rich or poor. And the ones that are poor is going to keep suffering. And with that, it says the people shall worry themselves for very vanity, because that's what a lot of our people likes to be based on. That's why they look up to this place so much, because they're being told, yeah, you have all these things. You could be anything you want to be. This is all vanity. So, but they're getting tired, especially when it comes to us. A lot of us was part of that world. So when you're coming out of it, we got tired of all this other stuff, and that's why we look unto the Heavenly Father. They send salvation upon us for the hopeful elect, because we're the ones that's tired of this place. The people that are outside this truth, that are complaining and all this other stuff, they're still looking for ways to make this place great. Even though, yeah, they'll talk shit about it, but you will hear them. You listen to them long enough, they'll talk about how they want this place to go on. But see, that's what separates us. We don't want none of this place. We looking forward to the downfall of this place. So all this stuff that's going on, we're going to start seeing more stuff. This is just a first part of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more of this. So I figured I'd just show this video real quick. So, Lord one, this is edifying. With that, shalom.